50 years after his death, Bruce Lee remains a symbol of physical strength and masculinity for the Asian community and an icon of 20th-century cinema. However, after his death at the age of 32, rumors and speculations regarding his marriage, drug use, and mysterious death spread quickly. Now, 5 decades later, his daughter Shannon Lee has stepped in to shed light on the true personality behind the legendary icon, sharing revelations that have left fans stunned. Before diving into these details, let us first explore the motivations behind his actions. As his daughter insists, there is a deeper aspect to his legacy that deserves to be acknowledged. The early life of Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee faced significant challenges throughout his life and upbringing. His birth name was Lee Jun Fan. His father, Lee Hoi Chen, was a renowned Cantonese opera singer based in Hong Kong, while his mother, Grace Ho, was originally from Shanghai and of Eurasian heritage. In December 1939, his parents embarked on an international opera tour in California, performing in San Francisco's Chinatown. It was there that Bruce was born on November 27, 1940, which granted him American citizenship under the country's just solely law. At just 4 months old, in April 1941, the Lee family returned to Hong Kong, coinciding with a tumultuous period as Japan launched a surprise attack on the city in December 1941, resulting in a 4-year occupation. During this time, the Lee family endured unexpected hardships amid the chaos of World War II. After the war, despite Hong Kong's reconstruction efforts, the Lee family continued to struggle. Bruce's father saw a decline in his career, and Bruce's childhood was marked by hardship, notably the financial difficulties and his father's waning fame. His restless nature often led him into confrontations with local gangs, heightening his parents' concerns. Despite these obstacles, Bruce's father recognized his potential and arranged for him to study Wing Chun Kung Fu under the revered master Ip Man. Initially, Bruce faced resistance due to his mixed ancestry, but his determination prevailed. As Bruce deepened his knowledge in martial arts, his passion blossomed. By the age of 18, he had achieved remarkable success in boxing competitions throughout Hong Kong. However, his participation in street fights and tournaments brought distress to his family. In hopes of providing him with better opportunities and guidance, they made the difficult decision to send him to the United States. Upon his arrival in the U.S., Bruce immersed himself in various pursuits, including education, martial arts training, and sharing his expertise by teaching his unique interpretation of Wing Chun. After establishing his martial arts school in Seattle, he quickly drew attention, attracting students and gaining recognition for his skills. In 1964, his growing reputation led to an invitation to demonstrate his martial prowess at the prestigious Long Beach International Karate Championships, where he famously showcased his powerful one-inch punch. As Bruce's stature in the martial arts world soared, he faced challenges, including a highly publicized fight with Wong Jack Man in San Francisco's Chinatown. Emerging victorious from this intense showdown, Bruce solidified his reputation and affirmed his authority to teach martial arts to anyone willing to learn. The path to stardom. By the mid-1960s, Bruce Lee had firmly established himself as a highly skilled and unconventional martial artist, attracting enthusiastic students eager to learn the unique techniques he called Jeet Kune Do, or the way of the intercepting fist. His talent caught the attention of Hollywood producer William Dozier, who had been impressed by Bruce's demonstration at the Long Beach Karate Championships. In 1967, Dozier invited Bruce to audition for a role in the television series No. 1 Son, which centered on the adventures of Charlie Chan's son. Before delving into more controversial aspects of his story, it's important to trace Bruce's path to stardom. Before his opportunity with No. 1 Son, Bruce was gradually building his reputation through small acting roles. Notably, in 1966, at the age of 25, he landed his breakthrough role as Kato in the TV series The Green Hornet, which introduced American audiences to martial arts on screen. As a professional martial artist, Bruce broke conventions by refusing to rely on the typical American boxing style, instead showcasing his expertise in Wing Chun. His commitment to authenticity extended even to adapting his ultra-fast movements for the camera, slowing them down to ensure they could be properly captured on film. During his time on the Green Hornet, Bruce befriended fellow martial artist and stuntman Bruce Lee, a different individual with the same name, with whom he exchanged valuable ideas on combat techniques. Although the Green Hornet was cancelled after just one season, it served as a launching pad for Bruce's burgeoning career in Hollywood. After the show's cancellation in 1967, Bruce found himself at a crossroads, facing uncertainty and a lack of stable job opportunities. Determined to chart his own course, he founded the Jun Fan Gung Fu Institute in Los Angeles, where he focused on refining his own distinctive approach to martial arts. Disillusioned with the constraints of traditional martial arts styles, Bruce sought to develop a system that prioritized adaptability and practicality in real combat scenarios. His philosophy emphasized a fluid, ever-evolving style free of rigid adherence to any single tradition, a concept he famously coined as Jeet. Drawing from various disciplines such as Wing Chun Kung Fu, boxing, fencing, and more, Bruce created a comprehensive martial arts framework that revolutionized combat training. Bruce's influence extended beyond martial arts as he pioneered advances in weight training and physical conditioning tailored specifically for martial artists. His emphasis on fitness and practical application set a new standard for combat training, attracting a notable circle of celebrity students and supporters. Among them was Hollywood screenwriter Sterling Silliphant, whose collaboration with Bruce opened doors to opportunities in fight choreography and minor acting roles. In 1969, Bruce's talents shone as he choreographed captivating fight scenes for films like Marlowe and The Wrecking Crew, showcasing his expertise both behind and in front of the camera. Despite his contributions, Bruce faced obstacles in Hollywood, struggling to land leading roles and feeling restricted by the industry's ethnic stereotypes. During this time, he entered into a creative partnership with Sterling Silliphant and actor James Coburn, developing a film script titled The Silent Flute. Though the project remained unfinished at the time, it served as a platform for Bruce's artistic growth. In 1971, Bruce's frustration with limited opportunities reached a breaking point. Hungry for stardom and eager to showcase his talents, he took the advice of producer Fred Weintraub and returned to Hong Kong for a groundbreaking venture. Unbeknownst to him, his fame had skyrocketed in Asia following his portrayal of Kato in the Green Hornet, earning him celebrity status in the region. Hong Kong cinema and breakthrough in Hollywood. After negotiating with major studios like Shaw Brothers, Bruce struck a deal for 2 films with the emerging Golden Harvest studio. The first film under this deal, The Big Boss, premiered in 1971. In the film, Bruce plays a young Chinese man who moves to Thailand and finds himself entangled in the fight against illegal drug trafficking. Showcasing both his martial arts prowess and philosophical depth, Bruce's performance marked his debut as a leading actor. Despite its modest budget, The Big Boss shattered box office records across Asia, propelling the relatively unknown Bruce to overnight stardom. Riding the wave of success, Bruce took the lead role in Fist of Fury later that same year. Set in 1930 Shanghai, the film follows Bruce's character as he seeks revenge for his master's murder. Using powerful punches, sweeping kicks, and innovative nunchaku techniques, Bruce demonstrated his combat versatility. He personally performed all his stunts, infusing each fight scene with emotional intensity and spiritual depth. Like its predecessor, Fist of Fury achieved remarkable commercial success, surpassing box office milestones set by Bruce's earlier work. In 1972, for his third Hong Kong feature film, The Way of the Dragon, Bruce was granted full creative control. He took on multiple roles as screenwriter, director, producer, choreographer, and lead actor. The plot centers on a young martial artist who defends his family against threats from organized crime. Notably, the film features the famous extended fight sequence between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris in the Coliseum, a scene revered for its blend of athleticism and raw intensity. The Way of the Dragon achieved massive success, grossing an astonishing 5.2 million Hong Kong dollars, making it Bruce's most profitable film to date. After cementing his status as a true movie star, Bruce co-founded his own production company, Concord Production Incorporated, alongside Raymond Chow. Their collaboration led to Bruce's first major Hollywood breakthrough, the 1973 film Enter the Dragon. This groundbreaking project marked the first time a major Hollywood studio, Warner Brothers, produced a kung fu film. Set during an international fighting tournament on a remote island, Enter the Dragon was Bruce Lee's first and only major Hollywood production during his lifetime, and it was unlike anything the world had ever seen. In the film, Bruce portrays a Shaolin martial artist named Lee, who is recruited by a British intelligence agency to infiltrate a deadly martial arts tournament hosted by the mysterious and sinister crime lord Han. Beneath the surface of the tournament lies a secret criminal enterprise involving drug trafficking and human exploitation. With its fusion of espionage, high-stakes combat, and philosophical undertones, the film became an instant genre-defining masterpiece. Bruce's performance was magnetic. Every movement he made on screen was a display of astonishing precision, power, and fluidity. But beyond the martial artistry, Bruce infused his character with a calm, centered intensity that mirrored his real-life spiritual depth. He brought not just his fists but his intellect and philosophy to the role, delivering lines that hinted at deeper truths, like his famous quote, "Don't think, feel." This was more than just a fight film. It was a cinematic expression of Bruce Lee's personal philosophy and cultural mission. Enter the Dragon premiered on August 19, 1973, just 6 days after Bruce's untimely death. Tragically, he never got to witness the overwhelming global impact of what would become his magnum opus. The film shattered box office records, grossing over $90 million worldwide, equivalent to hundreds of millions today, and introduced Western audiences to the cinematic power of authentic martial arts for the first time. Its success created an international phenomenon, sparking a kung fu craze that spread across America, Europe, and beyond. Suddenly, martial arts schools were opening in cities around the world, and Bruce Lee's posters adorned bedroom walls like those of rock stars. But Enter the Dragon did more than popularize kung fu. It transformed Bruce Lee into a cultural icon. For many, especially among marginalized communities, Bruce embodied strength, discipline, and self-empowerment. In an era when Asian characters were often reduced to caricatures or sidekicks, Bruce stood tall as a fearless, dignified, and commanding lead. He broke racial barriers in Hollywood and became a symbol of pride for the Asian diaspora, a man who proved that you didn't have to be white to be the hero of the story. It is deeply tragic that Bruce Lee passed away at the height of his creative powers, at just 32 years old, before he could fully experience the fruits of his revolutionary work. But despite his short career, he left behind a legacy that few have matched. He was not merely a movie star. He was a philosopher, a pioneer, and a visionary who reshaped global cinema and cultural identity. Bruce didn't just choreograph fight scenes. He transformed them into balletic expressions of energy, emotion, and story. He revolutionized how martial arts were portrayed on screen, introducing slower motion sequences, close-ups, rhythmic pacing, and even elements of psychological tension to heighten the impact of each fight. He understood the camera as intimately as he did his own body, using it as a tool to amplify the narrative of motion and emotion. Even after his death, Bruce Lee's influence only grew stronger. His unfinished film Game of Death, which had been paused due to his commitment to Enter the Dragon, was completed posthumously by Golden Harvest using stand-ins and archived footage. Though the final product was controversial, it included one of the most iconic sequences in film history, Bruce wearing the now legendary yellow and black jumpsuit, battling his way up a pagoda and facing foes of increasing skill, including NBA legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Throughout the following decades, Bruce's teachings, writings, and cinematic work continued to inspire new generations. The resurgence of interest in the 1990s and early 2000s led to documentaries, biographies, and retrospectives that reintroduced his ideas to younger audiences. His emphasis on personal growth, adaptability, and mental clarity resonated not just with fighters and actors, but with entrepreneurs, artists, and thinkers of all kinds. In essence, Bruce Lee served as a living bridge between East and West, between traditional martial philosophy and modern cinema, between introspection and performance. His films didn't just entertain, they enlightened. He brought global attention to Hong Kong cinema and laid the foundation for the rise of future martial arts legends such as Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Donnie Yen, and others who followed in his path. Today, Bruce Lee's choreography remains a gold standard in action filmmaking. His work is studied in film schools and mimicked in action blockbusters from Hollywood to Bollywood. His image appears in street murals, graphic novels, and fashion. His philosophy is quoted in self-help books and leadership seminars. And above all, his spirit endures, in every punch, every kick, and every soul that believes in pushing beyond limits. Bruce Lee didn't just open doors, he kicked them down. And even 50 years after his death, the echo of that impact still resonates around the world.